Hello everyone, welcome to IITway Gate, and today we will start control system. So first of all we will see the teaching method. Control system, it will go up to 60 to 65 hours, and various coaching institute they take 70 to 75 hours. And what we will do in this lecture series, we will study first concept, then we will do solve example, and after that I will send you the homework of workbook question that in the telegram group. If anyone is not in the workbook question, I will send in telegram group. If anybody is not in the telegram group, then search IITway Gate ECE. It will come. And even though it does not come, then text me on WhatsApp. I will provide the WhatsApp number at the end of this video, and text me, I will add you. And after that, after solving the workbook question, you all please do previous year question. And I will send workbook question just after completing the concept of chapter. I will immediately send in the telegram group, and after that you solve this and these two both. If you are revising the concept and solving example regularly and solving these two homework, and if you complete it for all the subjects, all the 10 subjects, then you will definitely get top 1000 rank. And for improving rank further, it depends on how you solve the question and how you understand the concept. So that is also important. You need to understand the concept and solve the question, analyze the question properly, and you should put as number of test series as possible. So we will start now with the definition of control system. We will start the basic introduction. It will take half an hour. So first of all, we will see what is system. What is system? System is a means of transforming a signal. Means system transform a signal. Means of transforming a signal. Now what is signal? It is a form of energy containing some information in it. Containing some information in it. The signal contains some information, and system take that signal and produce the output that is also called response. So now what is control system? We will see first of all the block diagram. Whenever we are giving input, we can input can be termed as different name also in the gate question, like excitation or cause. Then system transform the input. This is system. It transforms the input and produces output. Output can be also called as effect or response. They ask this term in the examination. They ask find the effect or find the response like this. So now what is control system? Control system is a system which produce the desired output. Means like whatever output we require, it produces the desired output. Control system have control over their output also. So how control system have control over their output? Some control systems are automatic, some are manual, and some control system are feedback control system, like output feedback is given to input, so that according to output it again changes the response and it produces the desired response. So we will see different types of control system, and we will see the difference between them. So these are the basic information of control system. It is necessary to read, but in GATE exam they don't ask theoretical, but before starting the subject we should study definition and terms. So control system are of two types. One is open loop control system. In open loop control system, there is no feedback from the output to input. So it is also called as non-feedback control system. Other is closed loop control system. In closed loop control system, feedback is given from the output to input. So it is also called as feedback control system. So we will see the difference between the open loop and closed loop. What are the advantages? First of all, open loop control system, it is not accurate. It means even though output of the open loop control system changes, the system behavior does not change because there is no feedback from output to input. Closed loop control system, it is accurate because if the output is changing, then according to the change in output, the behavior of system also changes to produce the desired output. That's why this system is stable. The time constant, we'll study all those things, time, what is time constant and all later, but just for difference purpose you can see the time constant of open loop control system is high and time constant is low. So if time constant is more than the system, this open loop system, this will be slow system or sluggish. Time constant is less, that's why it is fast. That's why closed loop system is more advantageous in comparison to open loop control system. But there is one more advantage of open loop control system, it is simple and economic. Because only there is no feedback and it is open loop, so it is simple and it requires less cost to fabricate. But closed loop control system, it has feedback, so there will be a complex network, so it is complex and it costs more. So next, open loop control system. If it is stable, then it is fine. If it is not stable, then it cannot be stabilized. Because there is no feedback from output to input, so it cannot be stabilized. If it is not stable, then it can't be stabilized. In closed loop control system, there is feedback, so even though it is not stable, it can be stabilized. So these are the basic difference between open loop control system and closed loop control system. Now we will see, basically in control system we study both, but closed loop control system is more advantageous because time constant is less, so it is fast system and even it is more stable, and if it is not stable then it can be stabilized. So now we will see different kinds of closed loop control system. Let's suppose this is closed loop control system. So there are two kinds of closed loop control system. This we are giving input and this system is producing the output. And in closed loop control system, there is a feedback from output to input. So there are two kinds of feedback. If here negative sign is there, then this is negative feedback. If here positive sign is there, then this is positive feedback control system. So there are two kind of feedback and closed loop control system. One is negative feedback, another is positive feedback closed loop control system. So we will see the difference between them and the performance criteria. So we will see which one is better. So let's suppose performance is gain. Gain is one other performance. So we will see in which feedback gain is more and in which gain is less. This is the first one. Second is bandwidth. Third is time constant. Fourth is speed. Fifth one is sensitivity. Sixth one is stability. So on the basis of this six performance, we will see negative feedback control system or positive feedback control system. Which gives the better performance. So whenever we use negative feedback, then gain reduces. But there is one advantage: when gain reduces, then bandwidth increases. And one more thing you know, that gain and bandwidth product, the product of these two is always constant. Even the product of time constant and speed is constant. So if one of the performance is decreasing, the other will increase. If one is increasing, then other will decrease. And same as sensitivity and stability, product is constant. So just remember this, because in one mark question, even in BARC exam, in some other exam, they can ask this kind of question. If we use negative feedback, then how gain will be affected, how bandwidth will be affected. In positive feedback, gain will increase, but on the same hand, gain and bandwidth product is constant. So gain is increasing, then bandwidth will decrease. Now, in time constant will decrease in negative feedback, and if time constant is decreased, then speed will increase, then the product will be constant. In positive feedback, time constant will increase and speed will decrease. So, which system is faster? The faster system is this. Negative feedback system is more faster because time constant is less and speed is high. Sensitivity decreases in negative feedback, that's why stability increases. In positive feedback, sensitivity increases and stability decreases. So these things you remember, the basic performance measure of the positive feedback and negative feedback. Note down in the notebook. So next we will start. We will see the basics of transfer function. What is transfer function? Because in control system we need to, most of the time in question they ask to find transfer function. We will see what is transfer function now. So transfer function of a LTI system. Transfer function of a LTI system is the response of output, is ratio of response of output to the input. So output by input is basically the transfer function. So in various domain transfer function is there. Like if we are using in time domain, there are two domain, like we can find transfer function in time domain and frequency domain. So we will see one thing how to find in time domain and how to find in frequency domain. So when there is a continuous time system, these things you will study very good in signal and system. I will teach you very nicely. But now just for basic introduction, take this. So if we are using continuous time system, then for time domain we will use Laplace transform. Whenever continuous time system is there and response is finding in time domain, then we will use Laplace transform. And when response is given to find in frequency domain, then we will use continuous time frequency transform. Frequency transform is always for frequency domain, and for time domain Laplace transform if continuous time system is given. If discrete time system is given, then in time domain we will use Z transform. These things you will study very nicely in signal and system. For control system it is not required now, that's why we will move forward just after introduction. And in frequency domain we require discrete time Fourier transform. Okay, so what is the total response? There was one question in GATE 2019 to find the zero state response, and people were confusing what is this. So total response of a control system, whenever it is asked, is zero input response plus zero state response. What is zero input response? It is when the input is zero, means it is just due to the initial conditions. The zero input response is due to the initial condition, and zero state response, it is due to just because of input only. Initial condition is taken 0. So we were studying about the transfer function. So transfer function is output response by input response. So for various input we will see in control system what will be the transfer function. So first of all, let's suppose for impulse input. So input response will be Laplace transform of impulse. Output will be Laplace transform of impulse response of the system. After that, let's suppose for step, the input response will be Laplace of step response. The step is denoted by ut. We will study all those in signal and system. Now, whatever we are studying, just for control system only, so that we will continue the subject in flow. That's why introduction is required. So output response will be the Laplace of step response of the system. Now next, for the ramp input, input response will be Laplace of ramp is denoted as TUT, and output response will be Laplace of ramp response of a system. Now for parabolic, output will be Laplace of parabolic response divided by input response will be t square by 2 ut. We denote parabolic input as t square by 2 into unit step. So this is the transfer function for various input. Basically transfer function is output response by input response. So we have seen, we have taken in the numerator output response and in denominator input response. So this we can write as, for Laplace it will be Laplace of impulse response for the impulse input, and here Laplace of unit step we know that is 1 by s. So here it is 1 by s. So this s will go to numerator. So that will be equal to s Laplace of step response. Again we know that for ramp Laplace transform is 1 by s square. So this s square will go in numerator, so it will be s square And this Laplace transform and all we will study very nicely in signal and system. So for now, if you are not getting any point, just remember it, because later on we will study only in signal and system. So there is no use of studying one thing 2 to 3 times, because syllabus is very vast. We need to complete it. For parabolic, for t square by 2, Laplace transform will be 1 by s cube. So s cube will go in the numerator. So it will be s cube Laplace of parabolic response. So you got the transfer function here. So now we will start our first chapter, because introduction is over. So now we will start with block diagram and signal flow graph. So we will see various topology of block diagram. So now the first chapter will start. And today I will not provide homework question, because let me finish. Tomorrow I will give after completing the first chapter. So today we will see block diagram representation. So there are three standard topology of block diagram. The first one is series, cascade. So let's suppose if two blocks is given in series and you need to find the input with output response CS when RS in terms of RS, then here the transfer function we can find as CS by RS means output response by input response. So it will be directly the product G1S into G2S. Okay, this is the first series and cascade form. So now the second one. Second one is parallel or feed forward. It is just a name, so don't worry about it. Feed forward. In this is input and two system is connected in parallel. Here both are added and we are getting the output response. So here the transfer function will be CS by RS means output response by CS by RS input response, that will be is equal to summation of this because it is connected in parallel. These are the basic, so it will be helpful for the question in which multiple systems are there in cascade or parallel form. So now we will study the third topology that is very important, that is the feedback. Third one is feedback. This is very important. From here only control system will start. So in this, there is a feedback network given from the output to input. So this is the feedback element. HS is given to the input. So here, if we have to find the transfer function, then we will see how we will find the transfer function of this. So let's suppose here it is ES and here it is DS. So C, the output C is equal to G into E. We are using the short form notation as we are just now removing just for this notification will simple, so we can study a little fastly. Now what is E? E is here R. Here it can be minus or plus anything, but here it is with minus. So E will be here R minus B because both are coming to this node. So E is equal to R minus B. Now what is this B? B is coming here C into H. B is equal to C into H. Now we will put this value of B in E. We will get E is equal to R minus C into H. Now we will put this E in this place in equation 1. So here we will again get C is equal to G. Instead of E we will write R minus CH. Now what is transfer function? Transfer function is C by R, means output by input. Transfer function is C by R. So we have to find C by R. So what we will do, we will take all the C term this side. So C, now this term will come here, plus, because there is minus, it will come this side, it will become plus. GCH, that is equal to ZR. So we will take C common, 1 plus GH, that is equal to G into R. So now what is the transfer function? C by R. So C by R, that is equal to, the last step we will write properly, CS by RS, that is equal to GS by 1 plus GS HS. So here it came plus when the sign was minus. If the sign is plus, then it will come, wait, change the color here, so it want to be proper. So if it is minus, it came plus. If it is plus here, then here it will come minus. So always remember this. This is very, very important. The transfer function of a feedback closed loop control system. From here only our control system started. So this was the closed loop. Now we will see open loop. Let's suppose, now we will see for open loop. Let's suppose this is open now. So now the transfer function that will be is equal to, let's suppose here we are getting Bs by Rs, and this is equal to Bs, sorry, okay, so Bs is clearly Gs into Hs, okay, and Rs is equal to Es here, so Bs by Rs is equal to Bs by Es, so it will be directly equal to Gs into Hs. For open loop, transfer function is this. For closed loop, transfer function is this. We just remember this. Now we will see some more other terms. It is taking a little time to erase and all. So when I will get my digital tablet, which I have ordered, then the lecture will be little fast and smooth. So for the next 10 days, I will teach very less only. So this GS, let's draw the diagram again. This is GS, this is HS, So what is GS is called? GS is called the forward path system. So let's suppose if GS is given, let's suppose GS is given 10 by S plus 1. So GS is the forward path. Now they can ask you what is forward path gain. Because in a transfer function there is 3 terms. In a transfer function there is 3 terms. Poles, zeros, and the third one is gain. So let's suppose GS is equal to 10 by S plus 1 is given and they ask you forward path gain, and that will be equal to this. Forward path gain is this, that is equal to 10. Now they ask you forward path pole. So forward path pole, here pole is equal to this. Pole is the root of the denominator. So the root will be S is equal to minus 1. So forward path pole will be minus 1. Let's suppose HS is given 5 by S plus 2 and they ask you feedback gain. That's the basic thing. These questions nowadays they don't ask in GATE, but sometimes it comes in ECE exam like bar and all. So if they ask you feedback gain, then this is the feedback gain. So that will be equal to 5. And feedback pole, that is equal to the root of the denominator, that is equal to minus 2. Now, if they ask you open loop gain, so open loop transfer function is equal to GS into HS, we have studied earlier. So that will be equal to 50, because 10 into 5 is equal to 50 by S plus 1 into S plus 2. So here, what we will do, now we will find the open loop gain. So open loop gain is this. Open loop gain is equal to 50. And open loop pole is equal to, there is 2 pole, because there is a 2 root of the denominator. So that will be equal to minus 1 and minus 2. So now if they ask you to find the closed loop transfer function, so what we have studied? Closed loop transfer function, that is equal to, we have studied earlier, this is a negative feedback, so GS by 1 plus GSHS. So when you will simplify it, that will 10 by S plus 1 by 1 plus 10 by S plus 1 into 5 by S plus 2. So later on you will get 10, this S plus 1 will get cancelled with this term, and this S plus 2 will come at the numerator, and denominator it will come S plus 1, S plus 2 plus 50. So clearly the closed loop gain is 10 and open loop gain is 50. So we saw the gain in both the form. Now the open loop gain, this is negative feedback, that's why open loop gain is the 50, that is positive. But when it is a positive feedback, then open loop gain is negative. When it is a positive feedback, then open loop gain will be negative. This thing you remember. So now we will see what is characteristic equation. See, at the starting we need to teach little slow just because we are teaching on board. So the next part is the standard characteristic equation. So the closed loop transfer function is gs by 1 plus minus gshs. Here plus when it will come, you can reply in comment. It will come when there is a negative feedback. Here minus when it will come, when there is a positive feedback. So the characteristic equation represented by qs, that is the equation of denominator. So that is 1 plus minus gshs. So the root of characteristic equation, root of qs, that is equal to closed loop pole. This is the closed loop transfer function. So the root of this qs, that is equal to the closed loop pole, because this is the pole of this. This is the root of this denominator, and this is the pole of the closed loop transfer function. Now one more thing. What is the error transfer function? So we already saw that gs hs, this was our closed loop system. So here c by r, that is equal to, we got g 1 plus minus gh, and here it was e. So error function, that is also equal to c is equal to g into e. Okay, and input response is r. So here g and g will get cancelled. So the error transfer function, that is equal to 1 by 1 plus minus gs hs. This you remember, this is very important. We will solve all the questions, so no need to remember the formulas. When we will solve all these, practice various number of examples and one two problem, then automatically formula will get revised. So today we will stop here only, and now we are teaching in board and marker, so we will go slow. Whenever I will get the digital pen tablet, then we can go daily 3 to 4 hours. So for that you need to wait for 10 to 15 days. So in next lecture we will study the signal flow graph, and we will not study the method of reducing of block diagram, because that is very lengthy, and in GATE exam if block diagram question comes, then we will solve using the technique of signal flow graph. There is two advantages of this. First of all, that if you are not reading the concept which is not necessary for GATE exam, then our mind will be little active, because we have to study 10 subjects and thousands of concepts. So we should ignore those unnecessary things. We should study smartly to get better. And second advantage is that if we solve block diagram reduction technique using signal flow graph, then the 5-minute question we can solve in a 1 minute only, and it will solve our 4 minute to solve other question in the GATE examination. So thank you all. We will study signal flow graph in the next lecture, and next lecture we will practice. Next lecture I will write here what we will do. We will study signal flow graph first. Then we will practice around 15 questions on block diagram and signal flow graph. Then I will send you the homework, PDF in Telegram group, and if you are not in Telegram group, then go to the description box. I have given the link of the Telegram group. You can add yourself by that link, or if you are not able to add, then text me, WhatsApp me on this number, don't call me. Just WhatsApp me, this is my number. I will add you in both the Telegram and WhatsApp group. So thank you all. Study nicely.